everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. What's up, Alicia? What's up, Sunny Girl? What's up, Visual Taste? Happy Sunday. Hey, everybody. Come on into the room. Get comfortable, okay? Come on into the room and get comfortable so that we can talk about Ready to Love. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feeling about the season so far. Let me know how you felt about Friday's episode as well. I have some thoughts, okay? I was going to wait until the very end, but I'm going to tell y'all some of my thoughts right now, okay? Let me get to that. I'm not too sure about the dudes that they chose this season. I feel like the only decent guys that they may have, I feel like it could be Frank and Phil. Everybody else, I'm like, what did y'all give us and why did y'all give us this? I'm not featuring it, and I'm teetering between this possibly being the worst season. I'm somewhere in between that. Like it's not hitting like the other seasons have hit, but it could just be me. Okay, so let me know if it's me and if I need to shift my perspective on that. But I'm not. Okay. Good morning, Pauline from St. Louis. What's up? Okay, so you with me, Visual Taste, so you understand what it is that I'm saying, okay? Because I just want to see if it's just me or if I'm tripping, okay? The season isn't giving what I expected it to give. I don't know if it's because they had to go up north, and it's no shade to y'all people up there up north, girl, or if they need to come back down here to the south. Like, I'm not sure what's going on, but if y'all could choose the next location that they go to find, some singles and couples, what area would y'all suggest? Okay, let me know. Let me know what areas y'all would suggest they go to. Because they did Texas, they did Atlanta, now they over there in DC. I feel like they did Atlanta for like 2 seasons, which was good. It was given, but I mean, where else would they go, child? I mean, a Ready to Love Ohio or something? Y'all gotta let me know. Okay, so it's the editing. Phil, listen, the editing is ultimate 1000% trash. You're correct, because I definitely called that out on last week's episode. I don't understand. I'm like, do y'all have the same? And you know what? That could be what it is. They don't have the same production company as they had for the other 2 shows. Maybe they couldn't, with the whole pandemic and stuff, maybe they couldn't get people out there. I'm not. Oh, so you think they should come to New York? California may not be bad. Ooh, Miami would be good. Ready to Love Miami, nephew Tommy. Anybody over there that's listening, I think Miami would actually be a good one. Ooh, I think that would be a good one. Arizona may be giving. It might give us a little something. Ooh, Sunny Girl says she don't even like Frank. So you feel like he's not a good guy. Who would you put in place of him? Who would you think is a genuine person? I would have said, who did I say? Did I say Phil? I think I said Phil and Frank, right? Because Phil does come off like he's like a nice guy, even though it could be looked at in a bad way, considering the fact that he had 3 different dates. It could look like, okay, you just a friendly little mother, okay? But he seems to be like a genuine person, which is what the ladies like, which is why they're connecting with him. I don't think it's his fault that he has 3 different ladies that's interested. I feel like him and Tissia, that's fake. That's fake. Y'all not gonna have me believe that there's any attraction there. I don't believe it. Okay, Pauline says she actually likes this season. I think Phil will hook up with Shiloh. He stated he does want kids. I could see that, because I feel like when it comes to Shiloh, he never really wavered. It's always been him being interested in her. Ooh, New Orleans would be good too. Ready to Love New Orleans and Ready to Love Miami. I will be tuned in for sure. Okay, I need the casting to pick better people. Better men. I need the casting people to pick better men. I think that would be great. I don't know if it's like people that's already in the industry and they just reach out to their good Judys or something like that. They want to be on TV or something. Like, nah, I would like to see real people that's looking for actual love. And that's what I feel like they gave us in the first season when we had Angel and we had Shay. And we had Mike. Remember, Shay and Mike was like the top couple. They ended up not working out. But Shay, I got a chance to meet Shay and Angel, really nice ladies. Shay has her own like shop where she does like a lot of printing and stuff for businesses, companies, all the other great stuff. So you could tell Shay wasn't seeking to be an actress or be in that entertainment world at all. She just liked to stick to her little circle, do what she do. And I feel like the same thing was for Angel as well. So I felt like with season 1, we got some genuine, true stories. So I thought it was, you know what I'm saying? Mario, is it Mario? And what's the other lady name? Neva? Was it Neva? because I think it was Tandy, Mario, and somebody else. Was that on season 2 or season 1? But either way, I felt like whenever they were on the show, that was genuine as well. You had people actually looking for love. And they weren't out here trying to be like actors and stuff like that. That's what I think. But, you know, Reva, that's what it was. Reva, not Neva. Reva, yes. Reva and them. I mean, they wasn't trying to be on it. Well, girl, I feel like Mario was trying to give him a little shine. I think he was trying to give him a little shine, honey. But at the end of the day, it was entertaining. And I did feel like it was like genuine, right? These other ones, I don't know if they're not doing a good job in producing or what's happening, but it's trash. But we can go ahead and hop into the show. Okay, I appreciate y'all in this small talk. I appreciate that. Okay, Mario is an actor. Okay, I thought so. Yup. But I felt like the interaction between him, Reba, and Tandy, that was real. I felt like that right there was hardcore real. I still feel bad for Tandy. I feel like if anybody should have came back to the show, it should have been Tandy. Tandy should have been able to come back another season and to see if she could find love, because I felt like she was done wrong. For sure. But we gave that opportunity to old boy Chris, which is fine. But I feel like if y'all wanted to reach back and pull forward somebody, y'all should have reached back to Tandy and brought her back on for another show. But maybe Tandy could go down there to Miami if she has yet to find love, especially considering the fact that Reba and Mario were engaged to be married. Child. Messy as hell. But let's go ahead and hop into the show. So Nephew Tommy says that he wants the ladies to introduce the potentials, okay? The people that have the strong potential to their friends, okay? So Zadia ends up letting Naeem come along to meet one of her friends, okay? He shows up with flowers in hand, trying to make a good impression, girl. Now, Naeem was asked about what attracted him to Zadia, and he says she's easygoing, she's easy to talk to, and of course, he thinks that she's beautiful. Now, her guy friend, which I kind of felt a little way about, because we don't know a whole lot about him, but he asked the question about, like, you're 40, right? You're in your 40s or whatever. Like, why are you, what he asked him, like, single or don't have kids or what you got going on? And I'm kind of like, sir, what do you have kids? Okay, do you have somebody? I just felt like that wasn't necessarily a fair question to ask, because there are a ton of people walking around that are not out here having kids and stuff at the age of 40 or whatever. They out here, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like that wasn't a really fair question to ask, maybe, but I saw nothing. He asked the question to me as though something was really wrong with that. And I'm like, ain't that wrong with that? A lot of people are cautious, and that's actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? He said he just ain't found the right person. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? Overall, the friends do like Naeem, okay? I like Zadia and Naeem as well, but the way Zadia acted towards the end of the episode, I was like, I don't know about her no more. I don't know. I don't like your attitude, ma'am. But let's keep going. So Sabrina and Walter. Now, girl, this was a hot mess to me. Sabrina, Walter shows up. Okay, he was asked questions about what brought him to the area. Y'all know he went to, he said Hampton or something like that, Morgan State, and he also has a degree in mechanical engineering. My question is, do you use that degree? Right? He's probably a very intelligent man, but I don't know if he's in that degree field anymore. But that's a great degree to have, that I think, right? Walter says that the moment he saw Sabrina, he couldn't stop smiling with her, and that's why he was drawn to her. And he doesn't have that same connection with the other ladies. And I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. I don't know if you don't have that same connection with the other ladies, because you come off as a friendly mofo like that anyway. And a lot of y'all like to say that he be out here trauma bonding with the ladies. So I'm like, yeah, I think you lied right there, Walter. I think you lied. Sabrina set Sean up. I feel like Sean about set himself up. Okay. So does Zadia friend look at her the same way? What you mean? Oh, yes, considering the fact that she is about the same age and she ain't got no kids and she ain't got no man. Come on. Okay, so we see each other, Miss K. We see each other. Okay, so let's get to Sean. Sean meets Sabrina friend. Something told me when Sean was walking up, I said, baby, I could tell you right now, this ain't gonna go well for you, buddy. This is not gonna go. It's something that's off about Sean that I can't put my hands on. And ain't got nothing really to do with him being as old as he is. You know, I think he's like 40 as well, not having kids. It has nothing to do with that. But I feel like I've seen Sean on something before on TV. I can't place it, but it's something about Sean. I can't put my hands on it. But Sean comes in, and I felt like, number one, when he was walking up, this ain't gonna go well. This is what really confirmed for me that it wasn't gonna go well when he walked in and he didn't even go around and individually like shake anybody's hand, greet them and say, how you doing? I'm sure, like what Walter did, right? He came in, sat down, and was just like, how y'all doing? All right, yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You good? Okay. All right, we can go ahead and get started. You ready? Okay. I was like, you're not gonna make this personable or anything like that. You're not gonna walk up to the people, shake their hand, maybe give them a little hug, a little something like that. Okay. I said he all the way in the pandemic, honey. So I'm not gonna touch none of y'all here. We're good. I see you. We see each other. Let's keep it moving. I said, okay, then that's fine. So then Sean says that he wants a career-oriented woman with style, and then he also goes on to talk about a woman that's maternal. Of course, he described everything about Sabrina, but I don't know. I feel like, Sean, you ain't even sure if you want to even be a dad. Why you so much you want somebody that's maternal? I guess. But okay. Her friend asked him if he's in a position to be a provider. Baby, the way that this interview continued to go down the hill and just continued to tumble, it was like he probably can afford to be a provider, but it's the answers to the questions and the way that he answered the questions that messed it up for him. Overall, talk about something I can afford to take care of a bill or two. It's like, Sean, do you know who you're talking to? Nobody wants to hear that. Even if that is true, okay? Nobody really wants to hear that. So, yeah. What else did he say? He says that they asked him if he was connected with anybody else or something like that, or if he's made connections. And he was like, yeah, he's made 2 connections, but probably not as strong as Sabrina. And we was like, probably. I was with them. Probably. That's not what you say. I don't know. I ain't know how to take Sean. I'm like, is Sean being honest or Sean being a fool? Like, I don't know. I didn't know how to take him. So her friend asked him about the combo that he had about her, about him liking her, but not wanting to hurt her later on down the road. I kind of felt like a little bit, why would you tell them that, Sabrina? Why would you go ahead and give them that heads up? Because I feel like it kind of curves their thoughts about him already. Right? It already puts them on the fence about him. So I was like, why would you say that? But I didn't hear you really give a disclaimer about anything negative Walter had said. Why would you already put that in their ear? So I felt like that was a bit unfair to him in that sense, which led the friend to end up bringing up this question. And then it's like, honestly, some people that get ready to get in relationships, they don't want to, and you may do this, right? But a lot of people don't want everybody to know what y'all talk about or what's going on within your relationship. You know what I'm saying? And people probably gonna do it anyway because it's just how they is, honey. But coming straight into the gate, like, friend was wrong for telling him what you had discussed with them about him. That's just what I think, right? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. So he says that he wanted to be upfront and know whether or not she's the one before he goes any deeper into the relationship. He wanted to figure out what was going on. But her guy friend catches the BS. And I said, come on, guy friend. Come on, guy friend, for being able to catch this and check him. He says, but if you being an upfront person in the beginning, then you don't have to worry about hurting nobody else's feelings later on. So make this make sense for us. And then Sean had the audacity to go in a confessional, talk about something. We don't say make it make sense. Guys don't say that. You don't say that. Guys do say that. At the end of the day, it wasn't making sense. So make it make sense. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm like, okay, why would you even highlight that? But all right. So what else? He says that he isn't sure about kids. I knew it. When he told them that he isn't sure about kids or whatever, he because of course I know Sabrina don't really want no more kids. I was like, I could have sworn he talked to Aisha and he talked about how he wasn't sure if he wanted kids, right? Then later on we see him talking to Sabrina and it seemed like he for sure knew he wanted kids. So I knew something was off. I was like, that's not even adding up. I knew it. Okay, so what else? Yeah, Sean to me is full of SHI. Okay, her friend was completely honest. I said, everybody needs this person. And I was so glad that homeboy didn't even care to say this in Sean's face. I have to be honest. He said, yeah, I don't think this is it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think this man is going to stifle your growth. And I was here for it. I said, he is, girl. But I also feel like just because we don't like the answers of his questions, and he seems to be a bit awkward, don't think that because Walter seems to get you guys to laugh and make you guys feel relaxed, that he too wouldn't be a man that would not stifle her growth as well. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad that you were able to call it right out the gate when it came down to Sean. Okay, they did not like Sean. I said, oh baby Sean, you finna go home, dear. Like, ain't that many people choosing up on you. Okay, you came up in this show with your shirt off and everything, thought that you was giving, and it wasn't giving as much as you thought that it was going to give. Okay, let me see what y'all over here saying. If Sean wants a wife and kids, then he needs to be financially stable. He's too old to not be sure. He should know what he wants and have the means to do it at this point. Yes. That is so true. We old at this point. Okay, well, he older than me, but I was just saying though, you know what I'm saying? You get older and it should be clear at this point. Like what it is, what you want? Do you want kids? Is it a hard yes? Is it a hard no? And I appreciate the fact that Sabrina knows exactly where she is with that. It's a no. But I do believe if she gets in the relationship and it's a great guy, she feel like they're going to be around, she'll probably be open to it, right? But right out the gate, she's clear. And I like that. Especially coming on this show, you would want to be, very clear about that. Okay, that's a typical DC answer, worried about what someone can do for you. Interesting. I don't think it's more so worrying about what one can do for you, but I feel like a lot of those questions come up because another person can offer that as well. So you're going to want to meet somebody that's your equal, somebody that I'm not going to ask you for more than what it is I could do for you as well. So I think that's a fair, question. Not so much as what I can, like, what can you do for me? But a punch another from the zoo, what can you do? For real, what can you do? Oh, okay, you got a job, you can pay this, you can pay that. Okay, cool, I can do the same thing. Okay, so should ever you fall on hard times, I got you, whatever, It's a conversation that's going to come up at some point. So I see nothing wrong with it, if that's what you're speaking on. I think the whole thing was very unfair to Sean. He told her his intentions and he had to remind them they had one date. Why was he meeting them? That was interesting. He definitely did have one date, but I'm also wondering if there were conversations that were continuing to happen behind just the date that they had. Girl, okay. What else we got? Now I'm gonna have to go to Starbucks and get a venti care. Look, I almost got the venti today, but I said I'm gonna stick with the grande today. But I almost got that venti, and I said nah, because I hate to get the venti, and then all the frozenness in it has already fizzled out, and I feel like I'm drinking milk or whatever. So I was like, I'll just get the grande. Okay, this day and age, people want stability in all aspects of life. Sean is too old to not have anything concrete. That is true. I do honestly feel though, if Sean and Tissia had enough time, they could actually be a match. Well, I kind of blame that on Sean a little bit, right? Excuse me, y'all. I blame that on Sean a little bit because Tissia said that they had a date. She thought it went well, but he didn't do the follow-up. So maybe, as Sean has said in his defense, he is very slow. He's very slow in that department. Why he's so slow, I don't know. But everybody ain't gonna sit around here and wait on you. So I do kind of put some of that off on Tissia. I feel like if Tissia would have reached out to him more, she would have been looked at as how Carrie was looked at, right? How Tyrone felt like Carrie was doing too much when all Carrie was doing was showing interest. So that's why I kind of put that off on Sean. Tissia probably didn't want to come off like that. But you're right, they could have been a match. They seem to have had some things in common. Sean got the taste of his medicine. Yikes. Maybe Sean does know about kids. No, what? Maybe Sean does know about kids because the women in his age range may have difficulties. What do you mean? Maybe Sean does know about kids? You mean maybe he does want to have kids? But he also knows the women in his age range, but he may need to go for the younger girls, I suppose, if that's how he feeling. I know Sean is weird, but it's something about Sabrina too. I don't like her. Ooh. Why you don't like Sabrina? Somebody said Sabrina is a city girl, older version of Courtney. Yikes, honey, yikes. She is completely smitten by Walter, and I think Walter gonna hurt her feelings at some point. I don't know. Walter probably seeing somebody that we wouldn't even expect on the show. All of the ladies said Sean didn't reach out to them. Sean gave up on the process. Well, I wonder what happened that caused him to give up on the process. Maybe he just wasn't gelling with any of them. But did he really give himself a fair chance to try to gel with any of the ladies? He went out on a date, but it's more than just a date. Like, you gotta interact. You gotta talk to him. You gotta this, and some dudes probably, don't like competition. I think maybe that was another thing that was bothering him. He just didn't want to have to deal with the competition of it all. But you're on a show like this. Like, why sign up for the show? I need to know more Hopefully they dive into that at the reunion. People need to stop going by looks and see what someone's character is. That's true. But Sean's character ain't looking too amazing. Okay, considering how slow he is with the process. Yeah, no. He's not showing himself to be a good communicator either. So beyond the looks, it appears that Sean is bringing nothing to the table but hopes and dreams. Ooh, honey, yikes. Okay, he's setting the expectation. It's giving dudes with it's giving situationship. When you start messing with a dude or whatever, and then later on down the road, you ask what is we, and he's like, we still at the same spot we was in the beginning. Yikes, ain't growing. Oops. He already telling her ahead of time, like, I don't want to hurt you down the road or whatever, but you'll get her looped into your web. And then later on, when she wants to advance, it's like, yeah, nah. And that's what her friend meant by stifling her growth. Like, I mean, girl, you'll be holding on to this, hoping that he gonna come around, and he just not, because y'all was never on the same wavelength. Entrepreneur is code word for no job, lack of steady employment. I actually disagree. I disagree on that part. I feel like entrepreneur can be a very successful person, whether you choose to see it like that or not. There are a lot of people that are authors and make a lot of money from sitting at their house. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to go out here and work strenuous jobs and stress out and be around people that they don't like. So in his defense, he probably make good money, you know, from him. Or we don't know what his bills are either. Some people make just enough to take care of their bills and then have a little extra should they want to go out and do things. So he may be doing great. I don't think it means no job, lack of steady employment. Yeah, I disagree with that one. Sean isn't slow. He just wasn't truly interested in anyone. I believe Sean is gay. Girl, ma'am, listen to me, dear. Okay. Because you and I have been on the same page, and I've been trying not to be the one to say it. Do you hear what I say? Do you hear what I tell you? Because that is entirely what it is giving to me. Entirely. So I don't know what, and I hate to say it. As I was watching the show, I literally was thinking that. And I was like, oh, I hate to say this. I really hate to put this on him because I know I definitely put it off on Phil, and I don't want to put it off. But girl, sir, ma'am, listen, we see each other. Because that's exactly, I'm with you. Okay. Oh, you said he doesn't. Okay, I got you, Phil. He doesn't know about children because a lot of the women in his age range, I got you. Okay, makes sense now. Okay, Sean didn't have money for all of them dates. Ooh, yes, I thought production paid for the dates. Now you wrong for that, Pauline. I thought production paid for the dates. Maybe not. Ooh, just joined. Did we talk about that 1 or 2 bill? We talk about it now. Hilarious. Well, Sean seems unreliable, so I'm glad he left. I agree. Why was Sabrina entertaining Walter when he wants kids too? Well, listen, I told y'all, I guess different strokes, different folks. Okay, he was bringing out something different. I guess that's the guy that could possibly make her change her mind and want to, have some kids, child. Maybe they could do it together, honey. Exactly. Walter seems a little flaky. Sabrina be doing too much. Gotcha. I think here's the thing, y'all, as I'm thinking about it. I can't, nobody has nobody that's really nobody got no strong connections for real. I'm tired of people talking about the strong connections they got when it really ain't no strong connections in the house. Everybody's dabbling between a person or two. Nobody really, and then I feel like some of the connections that exist don't even look like we don't even take them serious, right? When I was watching, I have to go back to season 1, right? When Shay and Mike started to connect, we knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? We kind of knew, even if it was another person, we knew who the strongest was out of that. And I'm just not, I don't know what the hell going on over here. I don't know. None of those ladies wanted him. They had their favorites. By the time he came, he was at a disadvantage. I could see that, especially how the ladies kind of talked. I believe it was Camille and Zadia. When he came over to have a sit down and talk with them in Sydney and stuff like that. So yeah, they probably should have brought them on earlier in the process versus the time that they did. Yeah, so probably when they let the first two individuals go, they should have probably brought them in immediately afterwards so they could have a fair chance at getting to know each other. So let's talk about Camille, since I just brought her up. Are we on Camille now? I think we're on Camille. So Camille and her friends are asking, who is she crushing on this week, because she's bringing people there so that they can be her guy, Cornelius. And they like, oh Lord, who you crushing on this week? And I said, okay, so the behavior that Camille gives us is always normal. She always does the absolute most. And I'm still shocked to hear that the friends confirmed that she has been engaged a few times and she's afraid of commitment. For what reason? I don't know, because the way that you be on these men tail, it's like you yearn for them to choose you. Like, pick me. Like, yes, it's like you yearn for this type. But then as soon as you get it, you don't want it. And it's giving male energy for me. When dudes be on girls' heels, they be on their kitten heels so much. And as soon as they get the girl, they fall back, don't do the same stuff they've been doing. And then they turn around and, you know what I'm saying, either break up or cheat or whatever it is. So that's the energy that Camille is giving me. And I feel like she likes a challenge. And I think that Cornelius makes it a challenge for her, considering the fact that he is withholding the goods. Withholding the goods until he get married. But she don't have to ever worry about getting those goods, considering the fact that, she never make it down the aisle like that. Let me go down and see what y'all saying. Her friend was shading, calling her the runaway bride. Girl, the runaway fiance. Was she the runaway bride? I guess, honey. She couldn't get it down the aisle, so you're probably right. Runaway bride, okay? Now, Cornelius arrives, and the questions begin. But let me tell you, guy friend was like, okay. Okay, following him. I said, oh, that guy friend wants your man, baby. He's finna go ahead and stack him up, ma'am. Okay, so he asked him, like, right out the gate, like, are you in love with Camille? And I was like, oh, not him asking this question to check the temperature. He tried to check the temperature to see whether or not y'all in love before he trying to come after you, girl, because that's what it's giving. That's exactly what it was given. What else? He said Cornelius tells him, like, well, yeah, I may be crazy, but I really like her personality. So he didn't say he loved her. He liked the personality, right? So then he was asked about where he see himself in 5 years. He didn't know how to answer that question. I actually hate that question. I think that's a silly question. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Alive, okay? Okay, alive. As a Black person in America, alive. That's where I'm hoping to see myself, girl. I don't even know where I see myself at the end of this week in 5 days. And you over here asking me where I see myself in 5 years? Girl, if I would have asked myself in college that question, I'm supposed to be up here with Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. Stop asking people these stupid questions. Excuse me. Hi, where do you see yourself in 5 to 7 years? Bitch, I'm not having this conversation with you. It's like, why are you asking? I don't like that question. False expectations. Like, I don't care. Leave me alone. Back up. You hate that question too, Omar? Especially for the interviews. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Not with this company, ma'am. I came here for a year to acquire what it is that I need to acquire, ma'am. I may be here for 6 months, okay? Give me 6 months of time to learn what I need to learn so I can finesse on my resume that I've been here for a year and go off and get me a better job, okay? Especially if y'all on some fuck shit. Because it only take y'all a good 6 months to be at a job before they start pissing you the hell off. But you continue to stay there for conveniency because, oh, it's closer to my child's school, or I ain't got to ride that far, you know what I'm saying, to get to work. All that, ma'am, I'm here for a year. Okay, and if y'all not talking about promotions or anything, I'm gonna have to go ahead and skedaddle because I'm not gonna be here for 5 months. No, ma'am. Don't ask me that question. Y'all be wanting longevity, but y'all don't be treating y'all people for the long term. No, ma'am. I'm not my ancestors. I'm not my mother, grandmama, or my granddaddy. God rest his soul. But you're not gonna have me on no motherfucking job for 20 years. Okay? Only getting 20 cents on a dollar every year. Bitch, you got me. Whew. Y'all know I go on my rants, so just bear with me. Bear with me because I done got mad. That question was a trigger. Do you hear me? Do not ask me no like that. Successful, where you see yourself in 5 years? Successful. Don't ask me that. I don't plan on being here at this job. The fuck, bitch. Okay, not with you. Anyway, let me keep going because she done pissed me off. Ma'am, whoever asked that question, don't you ask that to nobody else. You probably can't even answer it yourself. period. Let's move on. So he also says that he feels like he is done playing the field because he isn't the type of guy to date a lot of women. I believe that. I believe that. Thank you so much, Just Ivan 98 for the super chat. Okay. She says, yes, Jamie. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, don't ask me that question no more. Don't ask me that because I will not be around here, not around y'all, girl. I'm in elevation in 5 years. So no, ma'am. Girl, if you ask me for real, I mean, y'all probably saw some of y'all friendships lasted for the next 5 years. Yikes, I barely made it to the third one. But anyway, and seeing. So I believe Cornelius when he says that he doesn't think that he could date a lot of women or whatnot. I believe that. He says that he's never cheated on anybody. Cornelius, have you had any girlfriends for real? Like, I think that's great too, because there are a lot of men out here that are not cheaters. We just give more publicity to those that are, so it looks as though a lot of men are out here cheating when that's not always the case. I do believe that there is a good amount of men out here that don't cheat. So I do believe him on that, but I also wonder, how many girlfriends have you had? Because he kind of strikes me as a little awkward, weird, you know? So I mean, not that he can't get a girlfriend because of that, you know, but I just want to know. Anyway, the guy friend, when he said that, the guy friend was like, okay. Like, he was shocked to hear that Cornelius never cheated. I'm like, wow, baby, you must was expecting him to cheat with you. We see you. Watch him, Camille. Watch him. Watch him. Let's move on. Cornelius asked, what are some of the reasons her exes did not want to move forward, right? And her guy friend says that she had commitment issues and has confirmed that she had been engaged for some time, you know, different times. Her friends feel like she gets bored too soon. I believe that. I believe she do get bored. Camille says that she's tired of running and going from man to man, so now she wants to settle down. I kind of disagree. I think when she gets a man and they probably try to change her a little bit or want to change her for the better, right? Probably call her out on how her actions are, how she does things. I don't think she likes to change in that sense. So that probably results into the spoiling of the relationship. But let's keep going. So Sydney was very interesting for me because she says that she always has been interested in dating Frank. I don't know, but that's what she said, honey. She tells her friends, Frank arrives, right? And he was asked about his relationships and in the past. And he hasn't dated somebody in like 3 years. So they wanted to know like what happened. And he said they was just growing into two different places in their lives. So it was a cute answer, honey. It was cute. What else ended up happening? Frank says that his most toxic trait is that he cares a lot. He cares a lot about people. He tells Sydney that he cares a lot about her. He says beyond her beauty, he likes her personality. And I said, okay, these two have been engaging in a lot of good conversation amongst the two. They've been having a lot of good conversation amongst the two. Frank leaves and he and Sydney was kissing each other on the lips and stuff. I said, okay. That's interesting. Because I thought at one point Frank was all into Aisha and watching her and seeing what it is that she's doing. I also wonder why Aisha didn't let her friends meet Frank. Is it just me? Did I miss something? Not Frank needs some karmics desperately. I'm hollering. Thank you, Jamie, for the super chat. When Camille said that it makes me feel like she's settling for Cornelius, even though she's been acting crazy. You think she's settling for Cornelius? I don't know. I think he definitely made her think of something different because I don't think she's ever crossed a guy that actually withholds from sex. So she probably saw him as an opportunity for her to try and maybe get something different, right? Possibly. I don't know. You might have a point. I don't know. Not Frank lips scare me. Y'all is trifling out here. I was thinking Frank and Aisha were together too. Okay, so it's not just me. I don't understand how Phil was chosen to meet. Well, I do understand how Phil. I'm lying because they had a wonderful conversation where she was able to cry to him, right? And he consoled her. So I get it. Child, but I get it, honey. But I still was expecting to see Frank at some point. Not Frank is odd to me. I don't see it for Frank at all. The shimmy shake. I can't. The ash, it's a no, but maybe it's the deep voice. Maybe it is the voice. Maybe it's how he talks and how he does things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so let's get to Newman. First of all, I didn't even see this SHI coming. Newman and Dante? When did y'all even have time to connect? See, this is what they do. A lot of stuff be happening off camera. They don't show it to us. And then all of a sudden we see people on dates like this. And it's like, great, even though y'all had a connection with each other, but I guess, okay? So he has 3 kids, 3 moms. You better lead with that. You better lead with it before the people lead with it. Newman asks, first of all, she talks about how, that's fine, I love kids. I work, my ministry is kids. I'm like, girl, it's really not the kids for real. It's the baby mamas. It's the baby mamas, and making sure all 3 of the baby mamas are on the same page to understand who your woman is to you and what role she'll play to those children. So it's probably tough to get all 3 of them, actually 4 of them, on one accord. But girl, ain't nobody trying to be up for the stresses or even trying to figure out what that looks like. But I guess I ain't, okay? Some people can do it. Some people can do it. So Dante tells her, no, Newman asks, how does he feel about narrowing things down? Dante is a liar, period. Out the gate. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all not going to convince me today, tomorrow, or any other day after that. Dante says that they have a strong possibility. It's the people using strong connection and strong possibility for me. Girl, y'all and Newman, y'all ain't even been linking up with each other enough for that question. Like, I mean, really, all she did ask was, how does he feel about narrowing it down? But instead of him saying, I feel good about narrowing it down, like, instead of him doing that, he made it more so about her by saying that he thinks they have a strong possibility of linking up. So there it is. I feel like he put his foot in his mouth. But Walter is asked about whether, because Walter ends up coming in, cool, who I was expecting to see the first time, right? So Walter is asked about whether he's ready to make a commitment, and Walter looking like, how did we get here? How did we get here? I mean, I'm trying to find out whether or not, we either can get to the next step or this, that, whatever. I don't know about Walter. I don't think Walter feeling Newman. I don't think he's feeling Newman. I understand him feeling like, are we ready to make a commitment? Girl, I'm still in the process. I ain't ready to make a commitment with nobody, but that makes so much sense. Because he really damn near didn't want to make the commitment to his wife when he had her. She had to put her foot down and give him an ultimatum for him to do that. So, I don't know. Meanwhile, he was out there interacting with Sabrina's home friends and stuff, and you would have thought that he was her man. The way he was out here acting. And when he was mocking Sabrina, when he was like, yes, baby, you better answer all them questions, right? Or whatever. I was like, they seem to be closer than him and Newman. Phil and Aisha. Aisha says that Phil makes all of the ladies smile. Her friend says, okay, do you make them do other things too? Yikes. Aisha, is Aisha your number one? That was a question that came up. He says, yeah, she's one of my strongest connections. Now, although I kind of felt the way about him saying strongest connection, I did kind of feel like, I ain't really seen nothing wrong with him not giving that away for some reason at the same time. But also for him to say that kind of made me think she's not one of his top connections. I think his top connection is Shiloh. I think that's who he wants ultimately. What else? But Phil is a friendly guy. Not really in a bad way, I guess, but he's a friendly guy, and he shows PDA to dang near every woman he's around. The only person he didn't show the PDA to, well, out of the 3 women, he showed PDA with Aisha and Shiloh. So that right there alone lets you know that those individuals are his top. Although I feel like Aisha is second, and she'll come into number 1 when Shiloh decides to choose somebody else. Meanwhile, him and Tissia, that's not a connection. I don't care what nobody say. No, because I didn't see him give her any type of energy at all. And one of the friends gonna ask about his purpose in life. I feel like that was a good question. That was a strong question, but that was a good question. I feel like that's a better question to ask than where you see yourself in 5 years. Like, girl, cut it out. Tissia wants children. He wants 2. She wants 3. Either way, they played in our face with this whole date because I don't see that going nowhere. Phil and Shiloh. All of the ladies love Phil. LL Cool P. He lets them know that he is very close with his family. He wants to get married and he would like to have kids, right? So Phil says that his strongest connection is, like Shiloh's one of the strongest connections or whatever, child. So there's that, okay? I didn't care where the coupling came from. Me neither. I don't know. But Tissia was sitting across from him. She should have sat closer to him. Who is Walter feeling though? Some ladies like him, but he doesn't seem to be really connected. I don't know. I thought he was really feeling Miss Sabrina. But y'all know Walter been single since his wife passed, so ain't no telling what Walter got going on over there. I feel like Phil would really be into Asia, except he wants kids. I forgot about that. I think she'll be open to the kids. She just has a fear of not being successful. But I think she may consider trying with the support. She might. But you never know. You never know. The ladies link up. They all shared their story. Sydney says that she had a good connection with Frank, of course, but the people was worried about his answers, honey. Sabrina says her friends love Walter, but Sean didn't do so well. Aisha, Tissia, and Shiloh all like the fact that all of the friends like Phil, but it seemed like Nephew Tommy was trying to get some mess started by asking the ladies how did they really feel about that. So Tissia says that she wasn't bothered, but then turns around and say that I just feel like, people need to start shrinking. Meaning they need to start narrowing down who it is that they want. And I'm like, well, Tissia, girl, if you're ready to go, then just say that because you really don't have no options. Okay? You don't have no options, girl. I'm sorry. You won't be here much longer. What else? As a no-go, Sean, Frank, Cornelius. So Sabrina tried to throw a bone in there for Cornelius because I guess she's good friends with, what's her name? Camille. Y'all, Camille is irritating AF. That woman is irritating. All these facials. Tommy looked over there and said, you're gonna stop making these facials, honey. And I've been a person that makes a lot of facials as well, but her facials just were so like unnecessary. Just just tell me. I was like, girl, cut it the fuck out. Like, shut up. Aisha calls out Cornelius for being shacked up. As she should, because you do act like this is your man and can't nobody else talk to him, can't nobody else get to him, for sure. Okay. After Tommy leaves, the ladies talk. This is when she got messy. Her facials were ugly. Yikes. You said it, I didn't. For a 42-year-old woman, look, here's my facial. Child. Why Tissia is actually looking like she ready. She is ready to go. That's why I'm like, girl, just say that, okay? You can shrink yourself out of the competition. Ain't nobody else got to do it for you. But no, you got it. There's etiquette. There's etiquette. So wait till they tell you that you're not ready to love, dear. It's coming. So this is when things get real interesting. So Tommy leaves. Tissia is like, girl, word around the street from what I heard that Cornelius ain't even make his, decision. You feeling him more than he feeling you. So my question is, has he made his decision? Zadia says that it's time for them to make their decisions and draw a line in the sand at this point. So now keep that in mind. Zadia said they should be drawing a line in the sand and making their decisions. So Aisha calls her out and tell her that she still got a list. And then here go Zadia. I ain't got no list. I only got 2 people. I ain't got no list. And says I can shrink whenever I want. And then gets her attitudes and says but I was talking to them though. First of all, I was glad that Aisha was not really backing down from Zadia. But it's like, girl, who are you talking to, number one? Who you talking to, number one? Because all somebody told you is that you do have a list. And then now you want to sit up here and get an attitude with somebody. Who made you the big bad Miss girl? Because you're not. You done met your match on today. You're not going to sit up here and talk to me like that. At the end of the day, if you got more than one, there is a list. And that's what you have while you sit up here talking about how y'all need to shrink things down. Maybe you need to start with yourself. Okay, so I was definitely here for Miss Aisha being on her head top. Okay, even though I feel like it is clear that Zadia is more into Naeem, you said out your own mouth that you have 2. So therefore you have a list. And I love how Miss Aisha went into the confessionals and she ended up breaking it down. Like, girl, if I go to the grocery store and I'm trying to get me a little banana or whatever, girl, and it's 1, and then I turn around and I go over here and get me some apples, then girl, that was a list. I just got 2 items. So yeah, I'm here with her on that. Zadia, I feel like she was doing the absolute most. As soon as Sydney started talking, Sydney was just saying, like, as soon as Sydney started talking, number one, she started rolling her eyes. Jealous much? What are you jealous about? Jealous much? And you could say that you're not, but that's what you was giving. This girl just opened up her mouth to talk, and you over here like, and it's like, I can't take it. I can't take it. You already got your guy into you, ain't it? Why you mad at her? All this girl said was, She barely could get that out before Zadia rolled her eyes. But all she said was, listen, I just got here. So I feel like the guys are continuing to choose and make a decision. So they're not going to be able to just shrink yet because I'm new here. So they're getting to know, me as well. And so then here goes Zadia, start laughing. Like, you showed yourself to be very ignorant. You thought you ate, didn't you? You thought you ate. No, ma'am, you look stupid. Sorry, you look dumb. So then Sydney says, Mr. Girl, like, what's the laugh for, girl? And here goes Zadia. My name is Zadia. Okay, you can address me as such. I'll let you know that right now. Calm down. Calm down. You act like the girl called you a bitch, and she didn't. She called you a girl. Like, you doing, calm down. Calm down. She wanted that work for some reason, and I'm glad Sydney did not really give her what it was that she was looking for. What else happened? Zadia says, well, I'm going to let you know right now. No, I told y'all. She said, address me as this. I didn't understand the statements of her attitude, so there's that. I'm here for Aisha, and I was also here for Tissia for calling her out as well. Like, girl, you out here getting attitudes with people, and you out here doing the most because you got a list. But you out here being the main person talking about how people need to shrink it down. No, ma'am. Sweep around your own front door first, okay? So, yeah, I was here for her on that. So when it gets down to it, on the chopping block, we got Cornelius and we got Sean. So Cornelius goes out with Zadia, and he has been attracted to her. But because she's friends with, Camille, he kind of like fell back and played the background. And this is what I did not like that he did. Miss Zadia asked him a question about, do you feel as though Camille is a reason why a lot of the ladies like fall back from you? And do you know he didn't really say yes? He just put it off on him and says that, well, I've been very open. In so many words, he's like, I left it open for anybody that wants to get to know me, I didn't really, I'm like, sir, the short answer is yes. You just said it out your own mouth with the fact that you didn't want to go and get to know her because she was cool with Miss Girl right here. But y'all all are on a dating show and she don't even know that lady. She just met her on this show just now in these few moments. But this show is actually tailored around y'all getting to know each other individually. Now, if it was like a married at first sight, no, ma'am, because y'all are already coupled, right? But you and Camille didn't make the decision officially together to be together. You just went along with whatever Camille had going on. So get to know other people, and I'm glad that they're going to be forcing him to do just that. Let me get to Phil's super chat. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Sabrina, who kicked that off with that, okay. Oh, Sabrina. Oh, you talking about when Zadia and them were getting into it? Sabrina kicked it off with the okay? Okay, I guess so. But I still felt like, if that's what you're speaking on, still felt like Zadia was just doing the absolute most to me. Why can't it be that he isn't attracted to anyone else? Cornelius, you're asking why can't it be that Cornelius just isn't attracted to anyone else? Well, it's clear that he is attracted to somebody else because that's what he said. He said it. He was attracted to somebody else. But because of Miss Camille, he ain't do nothing about it. Camille called him names 2 episodes ago. I don't even remember, child. She probably did. I know she was mad that he was, going along with other people. And she felt like he was being silly for other people. Like, because she didn't want him out here interacting with nobody else when he was sitting down there getting to know Sydney. And for him to sit up there and not and put blame, I hate to say it, like, yeah, I do feel like she hinders the process. Like, see, that's the issue with Cornelius and Camille, because I feel like he tells her things that she wants to hear instead of how he really feels, and that's not going to be healthy throughout the relationship at all. So why? Like, he said it in the confessionals that, he feels like she kind of like blocks. Like, even when he was getting to know Sydney, she was over there walking around pacing back and forth. So I just feel like that's unfair for him to, not tell her that to her face. It just goes along with it. Like, that's not healthy. I'm ready for him to find somebody new. What else ended up happening? At the end of the day, he stayed. Okay, the ladies want to give him another chance and give him an opportunity to, talk to them, get to know other people. He also said he felt like he was doing that. No, you're not. You're not. Camille called him a country bumpkin and a dumbass. Ooh, help me. Okay, help me. They are bothered by Sydney, not Aisha, though. Likely, I can see that. Camille called him a country bumpkin ass nigga. I can't. I cannot. Zadia wants her man to be able to talk SHI with her and her family. This show is a hot mess. Thank goodness you review it. Oh, thanks for watching, Keisha. I appreciate it. Sydney spoke up and Sabrina hit that. Okay, and Zadia laughed. Okay, now I got you. But even when girls said, what was the laugh for? I just felt like it didn't cause for her to be like, I'm going to tell you right now, my name is Zadia. You will address me as Zadia. It's like, girl, calm down. If that's what you was laughing at, then just say that. Just say, oh, I was just laughing at the moment because Sabrina was being goofy by saying, oh, okay. Like, yeah. That's what I think. Okay, let's get to the last person. So Tissia, she goes out with Sean. And he tells her about the link up he had with Sabrina and how it didn't go well. He wasn't saying that he didn't like her friends because he felt like he didn't really know them to, not like them, but he just didn't like the line of questioning. He felt interrogated. And then Sean also says that he hasn't found a spark while he's been there. And I felt like at this moment, Sean actually knew he was possibly going to go home. So he was setting it up like most people do, as though they already know it. Like, I want people to know I already know and I'm going to go home, so I'm not surprised by this. But okay. So Sean, what else did he say? He says that he doesn't think that he met his connection there, which is fine because he ends up getting the boot anyway. Like, that's fine. I'm glad you didn't find your connection. So you really shouldn't feel too bad, honey, because you're not ready to love this group of women anyway. So go on. You haven't found your connection before you arrived. Of course, you haven't found it while you're here. So we hope that you go out there and find it somewhere else. Hopefully you learn something, child. Okay. Zadia reminds me of an overly aggressive substitute teacher. Yikes. I'm ready to be on guard from what she probably heard about Miss Johnson class. She came in already. I'm sorry, but Sean he don't like to be confronted about his ways. Is that what you said? Confronted on his ways, yeah? Possibly not. Cornelius goes along with whoever likes him because he doesn't really see it with women anyway. Oh, embarrassing. And then gonna sit up there and eliminate Courtney because she was too touchy-feely for you. I ain't got nothing to say. On it. Let's keep going. Camille's friend is gay. He know that man is not straight. Yikes. Sabrina was being shady for that. Okay. She was definitely doing too much. Cornelius loves Camille's toxic ways, but he's too ashamed to admit it. You think so? I don't know. Maybe he just likes the fact that somebody is actually into him and they're acting the way that they're acting. Maybe he's not used to receiving that from the ladies. So that's why he's probably drawn to her. Possibly. Who knows? Thank you so much, Jamie, for the super chats. Okay. Camille days with Courtney are numbered because her friends was looking like they ain't ever heard her say abstinence. Yeah, they could be numbered. But I will say this, she's not doing as much. She's not doing as much as Courtney was doing. But they could be numbered. And they also said that she gets bored quick. So she may be doing this for the show. And then once the show is over, it's a wrap. Just like Married at First Sight. If you guys watch that show. Mirla and Gil. They were sold on each other. At least Mirla made us think that. And then they got to the reunion and we found out 2 weeks after the show, girl, they weren't even together no more. Yikes. Just being fake for cameras. Fake for TV time. Maybe he's abstaining from women. You messy. You is mess to the E. Messy. I respect his celibacy. Okay. I bet by reunion, Cornelius and Camille will definitely been done smashed. I would wonder, girl. I feel like he holding on to that thing much tight. Cornelius and that Sharice, what? Chester Cat? Chester, did I say it right? Chester Cat Green is getting old. Ooh, help me. So is Zadia trying to put Cornelius a third on the list that she swears ain't a list? Possibly anything to not get eliminated. You know what? I wonder, because remember in the previews, they I think Aisha and I think Zadia or somebody's supposed to be getting into it in the coming episodes. And I'm wondering if Camille has something to do with that as well. I would not mind Zadia and Cornelius going on a few dates and really getting to know each other. Cornelius and Camille spent Thanksgiving together with some other castmates. I saw that. I didn't really see them around each other, like together up under each other, but I mean, you never know. One thing about this cast though, like regardless of the show, a lot of them may not have connected together as relationship wise, but they definitely end up being friends after the show. Kay Hazel, is this you, Camille girl? Is this you? He didn't blame me. That was great. Okay, so this Camille talking to us. What's up, girl? You know you be getting on my nerves, right? You know you be irritating, right, girl? He's not gay. Stop playing with Cornelius. Okay, so he not gay. Now, did your gay friend confirm this? Because you know they will know. You know they will know. Because he's about to get ready to snatch him up from you. Let me go up. Hold on. Dang, I wish I would have knew that from the beginning so that I would be able to see most of her messages as I did my review, so I'll know what's going on, because it looks like she was plugging in stuff that I didn't even get to see on the show, or that none of us got to see on the show. I knew what. Oh, so you knew what you was doing when, girl? Let us know. Oh, you saying you knew what you was doing when you brought him to meet with your friends, because you know your gay friend is going to be able to detect what is what when it comes to him. So are you saying that you probably already had a vibe? That's probably what it was, and you just needed confirmation? Got you. Well, there it is, y'all. We cannot say anything else about Cornelius possibly being gay because her friend, Carlos, has already confirmed it. Is that right? Tell me if I'm right. I don't want to be mean, but Cornelius's ex wasn't very attractive. She looks like a beard. Now, I ain't seen the ex, so I can't confirm or deny. I don't know. Now, Camille, do you act like this with everybody that you be getting with? And it's like they just can't be with nobody else. You got to be on their heels. You got to be on their kitten heels and make sure that they're not trying to link up with nobody else. Girl, we are going to have to get Camille on the Ooh Ladies First panel because we got some questions, dear. True, Jazzy. Very true, Jazzy. The question Jazzy has is, why do y'all guys keep assuming everyone is gay? Like, seriously. And that's why I was trying so hard not to say that about Sean, because I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. And I was like, oh, I don't want to say it. I just, but sometimes that be the case. Like, sometimes that's just what it is. But I definitely understand, because every time you see it on TV, you see it on the blogs, somebody in the comments, somebody somewhere is saying, oh, girl, they gay. It's like, y'all want everybody to be gay so bad. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. Let's see. Oh, y'all, what time it is? Because y'all know I got to get ready for this Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we thank Miss Camille so much for hopping into the chat. We're going to have to get her on the Ooh Ladies First panel if she's down to do an interview. Let me keep going. Okay, so Miss Camille, you saying that you was just acting. You was doing what you needed to do. You was entertaining the people. That's what she's saying. So this ain't your everyday personality. I don't get it from Sean or Phil, but I definitely get the vibe from Cornelius. Embarrassing. Thanks so much for hopping into the chat, Camille. What time my next one start, y'all? Because y'all got me over here. This is good. This is good, people. Oh, snap. It's about time for Ready to Love. I mean, for Love and Mary Chancellor. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and hop off. Listen, I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody that's been watching. Also, shout out to Miss Camille for hopping into the chat and being a good sport, because I have not said a lot of great things about Miss Camille. So shout out to her for letting it roll off her back. Yeah, somebody said love yours. Thank you at K Hazel. Thank you for giving us the show. Or did you say giving us a show? That's what they said to Miss Camille. Some people said thanks for hopping on. So that's what's up, y'all. Okay, Camille says also she went onto the show for the right reasons, but she is also a performer. So she knew what to give. I think no producers hopped in your ear too and told you what to give. Like, girl, Lisa, we're going to need you to hype it up a little bit. Yes. All right. Thank y'all so much. I'm about to hop off. Catch me over on our next live for Love and Marriage Huntsville. We got to talk about some things because y'all know how I feel about Miss Wanda. I like her, but right now, not so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jamie. That's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.